Hey guys,
Hey guys!
we're back. Woo! Oh my goodness, again, hiatus, apologies, but we are back with another episode. Caitlan, would you like to
Yay.
introduce our guest?
This is Kim. She's also a wee witch and she's been waiting too long to be on the show, so she's on the
Way
show.
too long. Okay.
I've been most of my life waiting.
It's been 84 years.
No. Do not quote that film. No.
Okay. So today
Is
we
that
have
Titanic?
Yes, Titanic.
I saw that way too many times.
Yeah, same.
So
So
The first time I saw it at the end with Jack, one of the guys I went to school with yelled, "Yes, he's dead!" Totally killed the mood.
you guys are frozen.
Okay, so today's episode is going to be a discussion on our original characters and Supernatural. It was Supernatural Day a few days ago. 17 years, am I getting that right?
17, yeah.
I refuse to math.
17 years since the show first aired. Wow. I was 5.
I was,
Showing my age.
1 minute, 2005. I was 6 going on 7.
How old am I now?
I'm 24 in 2 days, dude.
I would have been like 21. And I think I would have been 21 when it started.
Oh.
I'm the old one here.
Okay. So each one of us has one or two or a few original characters that we've created thanks to the show. It was unanimously decided before the episode started recording that I would go first. So my first original character has kind of gone on quite an arc. It started off as like a female Crowley, and then I thought, no. I'm gonna have to completely change this up. So I went with my first original character, the Empress of Hell. So long story short, she starts out as a normal girl. Her parents are killed by demons, and Crowley kind of takes her in because he kind of senses that there's some kind of hidden power within her, and that's why the demons wanted to kill her and her family. So she kind of becomes his ward, almost like adopted daughter. And when, spoiler for Supernatural, spoiler, final warning, when Crowley dies, she goes a bit.
Which time?
His final death.
Okay. The time I cried.
Yeah, his final death that broke everybody's hearts. She goes a bit apeshit and ends up being killed by an unknown person, like an unknown figure in hell. More than likely Asmodeus, not gonna lie, because he was next in line. So
Oh, he sounds like Colonel Sanders Asmodeus.
Thank you.
it's an Asmodeus. Also, Jeffrey Vincent Paris, amazing as Asmodeus, just saying. Anyway, so that is basically my original character. So she kind of goes from a normal girl to having full control of demonic powers and becoming one of the rulers of hell before. But it's a really little thing. Like she wasn't evil fully until Crowley died. So before then, she actually, I came up with this a few weeks ago, and I'm like, this actually fits. She fell in love with Benny, and that was a.
Did you say Benny?
Yes.
Oh, God. That man.
What a bang banger.
So when he died, she was heartbroken.
No American accent has ever gotten me more than Benny's.
Cute. I thought I was the only one. Literally, his accent. Literally. Oh my god.
I did a Zoom call with Ty once. Or not Zoom, Cameo.
I've done a few cameo calls with him.
And in the thing at the bottom, it says, "What would you like to talk about?" And you comment. I said, "I don't know. The only thing I've ever seen you in is Supernatural."
Oh, I've seen him in a
I
film.
admitted to liking the voice, and so he did the voice for me.
I've seen him in a film basically his wife dies or something, he remarries, and his wife looks exactly like his widowed thingy.
I think I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
But he's
also-
the
He's been in so much stuff that I've seen,
Yeah,
like
he
Arrow,
killed-
Hell on Wheels, and I'm just like, my dude, how did I not know you were in this? How did I not realise?
yeah.
Because I've been watching Arrow since I was 12, and he was in season
I
1.
grew up watching Days of Our Lives back when Jensen was Eric Brady, and I did not know until they
When
pointed it
Jensen's
out.
in some sort of soap opera.
God, he was pretty back then.
Oh, but yeah, so she ends up falling in love with Benny, which ends up to be a colossal error because he ends up dead. It's just sod's law that everybody she ever loves or cares about ends up dead.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
who wouldn't fall for Benny?
Don't get me started on Benny, because I will literally go on a full-on rant about that. There's so many characters in that
Benny?
show that deserve better.
In case somehow anybody with the power watches this, and Ty said he would play the part, they need a Benny Origins, either movie or series. I want to see
Wow.
human to vampire.
Well, my last cameo call with Ty, I mentioned that how much I love Benny and that he deserved better, and he's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "I really hope we see him again in some form." And he's like, "Well, there is the prequel. Benny would be alive technically, so all he would need to do is darken the beard up a bit, and he'd be able to come back." And I'm like, "Don't you tease like that! Don't you dare! Don't you dare tease me like that, man!" I swear.
Most of those actors are a tease.
Yeah, too true. Okay, so that's essentially my first OC that I came up with, and we'll post.
But none of them is a bigger tease than Misha. He knows what he's doing.
Misha fucking Collins, I swear to God. He does, he really does. But yeah, so that's essentially my first OC, and we'll put pictures of like our costumes and all that, because my costume is currently downstairs on a dress making dummy, because it's fucking heavy. Like the skirt alone must be about 5 kilos.
I haven't started any yet.
When I upgrade mine, I'll talk about mine in a bit. I'm going to be smeltering.
I did imagine how I was feeling.
I know.
Weltering, boiling. Anyway, so my more recent OC that I've come up with, and I'm still tweaking some of the kinks in the origin story, but the generic idea is it's
Please tell me you mean that figuratively and literally.
huh?
Kinks.
Don't forget, 13-hour shift brain. I am fucking sorry. I'm sorry if I missed that. My brain is just frazzled. Anyway.
The more tired I am, the more I catch those things. So I apologize in advance.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so essentially she is the adopted sister of Sam and Dean. Her parents were killed on a Wendigo when they were on holiday in the States, and she just goes through and she seems to pick up the hunting and the law quite easily, like more easily than anybody else would normally. So fast forward, a lot of shit goes down. Like a lot of shit, like from season 5 to season 12, 13. There's a lot that goes down. There's a lot that happens. And then the British men of letters come into things. So I should have mentioned this. She was from the UK on holiday in the States. Parents were killed. What the fuck is she meant to do? So the Winchester took her in.
Can't imagine that happening in America.
Well, it's somebody, but you know. And eventually it's like she starts having nightmares, but they seem too real. And obviously the men of letters in their brilliant technology realize they are repressed memories. Turns out that she was a student at Kendrick's and is Arthur Ketch's sister.
Oh, that's a nice little twist. What's Kendrick's?
Kendrick's is the British Men of Letters Academy in the UK. So just after her initiation, she was captured by Crowley, had her memories wiped. It was kind of like, because obviously Dr. Hess and Crowley had a business like relationship.
Crowley is all up in your character's business.
I know. We love Crowley. That's why.
Yes.
But yeah, so Crowley and Hess had a business arrangement. So something went dodgy, and that was his retaliation. So Ketch believed his sister dead all these years until then. So, ta-da! Ketch's sister.
And I apologize in advance if I don't know stuff from the show, because the way I watched it, there's a lot I don't remember, and it's kind of blurred together.
Hey, it's fine. If we need a memory jog, we can help with that. I've not long finished. It was 27th of May of this year that I finished the show for the first time.
And you've both seen the finale, right? Both of you?
Yes, unfortunately.
I gotta read this to you. Do you like dark humor?
Duh.
Yeah.
Have you met me?
Like called cursed comments?
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw this on Twitter after the finale, and I had to screenshot it because I just died laughing. Me and my friend Jennifer were already making similar comments, but this was way better. Is language an okay thing on here?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody that does watch and doesn't like this, I'm not sorry. The original tweet has to be read, but it's the comment that made me laugh.
Okay.
The original tweet. What the fuck? I didn't catch up yet. Are you telling me I waited 15 fucking years to not watch an angel and a lumberjack fuck? I'm so pissed. To which somebody responded, don't worry, one of them still got nailed. That made my day.
SDL.
Yes. And this fandom, thank God some of them know how to use Photoshop. Y'all want to see my favorite Photoshop picture of Jensen?
Oh God. Show me.
Let's see if I can get it over here. I can't line up with the camera. You see those handcuffs?
Yeah.
That's part of why I threw in that part of that story that I told you about.
No.
I don't even remember what's wrong with that.
Do you write fan fiction as well, Megan?
Hmm?
Do you write fan fiction as well?
I do, actually. Yeah, I do supernatural one-shots. So, like, I do requests for, like, inserting people into the show and, like, tweaking some of the storylines to fit a certain narrative. So I just do, like, little one-shot, maybe 1-2 parters if it fits the narrative.
And here's my favorite Photoshop of Misha. Gotta line it up again. Wings tattooed, cowboy jeans, cowboy hat, nice little robe.
Misha fucking Collins.
Oh, that's not a rope, that's a whip.
Oh my
Whip
God.
it real good.
But no, I'm not gonna lie, that finale emotionally destroyed me.
Me too.
To be honest, I cried more. Rowena. That
That was more of a like, what the fuck? Like I was like,
I was yelling at Sam, but not for the same reason everybody else was.
yeah,
the bad wig.
that's the finale, not
I
Rowena.
fell and kissed her before she died. You gotta kiss her. It just seemed like a moment where he should have kissed her. I know not everybody feels that way. Girl,
So, yeah,
you're gonna have to deal
it
with
would have
know
been
what I am.
weird because they were building up Ketch and Rowena in the episodes leading up to her death. They were building up.
Ketch got
They were
That would have
building
never
up
worked with Doms. You can't put two Doms in one relationship. It never ends well.
No, but you could still see there was tension.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sexual
Caitlan,
chemistry.
you asked David Hayden Jones that exact thing at Crossroads last time about
I
the
asked him
connection they had.
if like they had any past, because we got told that Rowena got captured previously.
And gave him the hex bag to put in him to resurrect him.
The resurrection spell, and then David Hayden Jones, he was acting all flirty. So I was like,
Typical David, by the way. Typical David Hayden Jones. We love him.
so
See, I didn't know anything about those guys before I went to the con that I went to, other than they played the British Men of Letters, which I hated. I watched their panel, and now they are my favorite people.
They're literally so amazing. Like,
They can appreciate my humor.
exactly.
I could go and run for the money, though.
the cast have dark humor. I mean, have you not seen the outtake when Jensen says to Misha that he looks like a pedophile?
No.
Really?
Well, what I loved about that one is it took Misha a minute to realize what was said to him.
He's like, that is not nice.
Poor Misha.
I'll always remember the blooper. I think it was Jensen, Sheppard, and Misha. Misha sneezed, and Mark went,
Bless you.
"Bless you."
Yeah. The one that always stands out to me the most is Cass has to say ball handler, and then here comes Jared in the background. You called?
Yeah. So, am I moving on to my OC?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yay. So I sound American.
Wow.
Probably know that I'm Negan's little saviour and the backstory of that. And well, when I watched Supernatural, I wanted to crossplay, so I became Caitlan Winchester, and I thought Mary's dead by the time I come along because I was born in '98. Then I thought I have no mom, dudes. So then I saw Rowena, and I was like, she'd be a lot softer if she had a daughter. So hello. So I'm Negan's little saviour / Caitlan McLeod Winchester, and basically my cosplay, obviously my Negan outfit, and then some plaid and leather, not leather, flannel.
No, you need. Everybody looks good in leather.
Oh, I look sexy in leather. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that.
Yes, it is.
And like sometimes shorts or leggings. And then
On the
I
scenario.
debuted my Princess of Hell cosplay, Telford.
Yeah.
But I'm upgraded it, and I'm so excited to debut it at Crossroads in a couple of weeks.
You're gonna have to send me sneaky photos so I can see it.
Well, I ain't really dressed up in it yet, but I'll show you like
Progress.
yeah. And so when Rowena passed, I was devastated, both me and my OC. And basically, this will be in my fanfic when I get to season 15, because I'm only on season 3, because I got on a lot of tangents. Surprise, surprise. And basically, I realised that she's become the Queen of Hell, and I've become the Princess of Hell. So I'm Sam and Dean's sister, Crowley's sister, and
So the Empress of Hell and the Princess of Hell are related.
yeah.
And we do like each other, really. We have a couple of spats, but we love each other, really.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure that Hell stays under our reign, and Asmodeus can
Suck it, Colonel Sanders. But yeah, I write fan fiction as well, and I'm on chapter 45 currently writing, and I've actually intertwined a couple of characters that's not in the fandom. So Megan already knows this. I've included Medea.
Medea.
Yeah.
The A-D-E-A, Medea.
Tyler Perry's iconic character. Medea is one of Rowena's oldest friends, and well, you'll see it in my fanfic if you want to read it. And
is that the one I'm following on Wattpad?
Yeah.
I'm waiting until you finish to read it because I can't get to the part where you're there and then have to wait. I don't have that patience.
Well, I'm still writing it because Medea likes to call Rowena a hoe, her best hoe.
You see that?
Ho.
I wrote a chapter where Rowena's pregnant, and Medea's knocking on the door, going, "Rowena, open up, you hoe! It's me and Bam."
Nice.
And the other character I've written in is a fairly new one, Pepper from American Horror Story, because oh god, even thinking about it's going to set me off. Pepper's backstory in that, it's so heartbreaking, and I'm thinking she deserves so much better. So
yeah,
basically Rowena saved her from Briarcliff and took her under her wing, and Pepper sees her as a mother figure, and basically I meet her when I'm an adult, and take her on a first hunt with me, Sam, and Dean, and basically she sees me as a little sister and carer, so sisters stick together.
Yeah.
Not always.
No, not always. Trust me. I know.
Only in the fictional world.
Yeah, because like I feel like my character wants to protect Pepper from everything, so I'm being the good sister.
She deserves protecting.
She really
Pepper is
does.
sweet.
I'm coming up to episode 10 and I'm dreading it because I had to YouTube.
Spoilers.
Yeah, no, but all I'm saying is I had to YouTube the backstory, and oh god, even just thinking about it's making me cry.
Don't. I'm literally about to watch that season, so zip.
I've watched every season of American Horror Story and Stories except for the one with the dolls. I can't bring myself to watch that.
I can't stand dolls, but I'm looking forward to it. I love creepy shit.
I like creepy anemic dolls.
I
Or
love
at least not
creepy.
technical.
That's why I work at a scare maze.
Those things are fun. There's nothing more fun than traumatizing people
Oh,
in
honestly,
a Halloween event.
ours is brilliant. Usually we only have a smaller, we have a space, but we've expanded more this year. I can't say much, but oh my god, I went to the maze yesterday and it looks amazing. It looks
I've got my
so
first scare acting gig in at the end of October. I'm not getting paid or out. It's just that
Somehow ever get to be out y'all's way for Halloween. I want to help this stuff.
Oh yeah, come to our maze. Yes, do it.
My dream job, like it's probably only one time thing, but my dream is to be the monster in a horror movie.
I just want to traumatize people I don't like.
I don't mind traumatizing my friends. You should know this.
I traumatize
yeah, no.
my friend all the time when he comes through the maze. He knows that if I know he's coming through, he's going to get it because I tell all my friends who are working, he's coming through, get him.
I traumatized one by accident. I didn't know he was afraid of dolls. And for my 14th or 15th birthday, I watched this movie called Dolls.
I know that film. Is it where like a witch and a wizard enchant dolls to hurt adults that abuse kids?
Yes, it's the one where the little girl imagines her little teddy bear turning into a giant killing daddy and stepmom.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, but I think that's more justice and revenge because the adults deserve it.
Dead
Yes, they do.
Silence. If you hate dolls, don't watch Dead Silence.
Seen it. Dummies freak me out, but I still had to watch the movie.
I
It
don't
wasn't
like
bad.
ventriloquist dummies.
So good. The film's really
Why do
good.
they always look the same?
But honestly, that Mary Shaw freaks me out every time. Anyway, as you can see, we go on tangents a lot.
Well, I do have the attention span of a 4-year-old.
Same, but they're healthy tangents. They are continuing the line of conversation, so it's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call my tangents healthy, but sure.
Kim's say.
All right, I got one, but I'll start with the one that exists because of Caitlan.
Mom, did you use the bathroom without flush?
No. Why you roll your eyes at me? Anyway, because of who her OC is, I have made several comments about the Winchesters, Rowena, and Crowley that create.
They're
all kinds
McLeods, dude.
Huh?
Rowena and Crowley are McLeods, not Winchesters.
Well, that's why I said and Rowena and Crowley. I don't use their last name.
I thought you said the Winchesters, Rowena and Crowley. Right, yeah.
But I've probably gone too far a few times. All in good fun. So I was joking with her about Rowena giving me a job in hell torturing people. How the character I created came out of that, I don't know, because it doesn't end her with her torturing people. But whatever. I decided my character is the daughter of, you remember Jesse, the Antichrist? I figured the best way for him to hide from Sam and Dean, probably the only way with those two, is to travel back in time. If the kid's that powerful that he's affecting an entire town by believing something, he should be able to do it. So I figured he went back in time, got adopted by some people. When he grows up, he meets a witch, falls in love, they get married and have a daughter. Not me. So I guess I'm granddaughter of him. Sorry for my lack of focus. And then that daughter ends up meeting Gabriel.
Ooh.
And then here comes me.
Nice.
And my character is Daddy's little girl. Because who wouldn't want to be like the trickster? When she's about 3, 3 to 4, Grandma and Grandpa die. When she's 4 or 5, Dad walks away.
Chuck, damn it.
And that she doesn't find out till much, much later it was her mother's doing. The reason she's hidden, because we all know what they do to Nephilims, is between Gabriel's archangel powers and the level of witch Grandma is, they created a spell that hid her from everybody. Like, when anybody looked at her, all they see is human. And she learns to be a witch just like her mother. And I figured I would have where her mom was in the same coven that Rowena got kicked out of. Only Mom gets booted long before Rowena because they find out what Mom had been doing. Mom tries to kill me because I'm more powerful than her. She already got rid of Dad because she didn't like how much like Dad I was and saw him as in the way. Well, now I'm a problem, so bye-bye. And of course she fails. So my character spends the next however many years, I don't remember how old I have myself at the time this happens, kind of keeping a low profile, still being a witch, but having grown up the way I did, I know about the Winchesters, I know about hunters, I know how to hide. So anytime Sam and Dean would come my way, I would either hide in plain sight or I would see something's coming and that it would bring them and I'd boot it and get somewhere else. Until one day my character gets bored and seeks out the brothers. She figures, why not have fun like Daddy would and mess with them. See how long it takes them to figure it out. Her and Dean end up with a little thing along the way. And she sees when they're starting to figure it out. It makes the biggest mistake anybody could possibly make when it involves Dean Winchester. She takes off with Baby. Doesn't get very far. And also along this, she's been avoiding Cass. She has not come across him once. And they hadn't even realized it at the time. Because as a result of her dad leaving when she was little and being told it was because she wasn't good enough and he didn't love her, she has a hatred for angels. Especially with Cass, who kind of betrays his own people for Dean. Plus, he's the target to demons, and since technically Grandpa was a demon, technically. So, in true supernatural fashion, there's a scene where my character's tied up in an old abandoned warehouse. So that's where she first encounters Cass, which she does not treat well, and that, of course, that pisses off Dean. But my favorite part I threw in there, and this, again, is partially because of Caitlan, just to mess with her. Yes. They're all talking, and she looks at Dean and says, I changed it slightly. Originally, it was my character, talk about my character tied up, or his character tied up, but I figured it made more sense for my character to be tied up. And said, remember the last time you had me tied up like this? That was so much more fun. Ooh. And you'll have Cass and Sam both giving him a look like, what is she talking about? And he just refuses to look at them, pretending the sentence was never said, while looking extremely angry. Eventually, Gabriel comes back and she finds out that Mom did her voodoo stuff, and Dad completely forgot she existed.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure where it's going to go from there. I haven't gotten to that point.
I like how you brought Gabe in, because I forgot to mention, well, my significant other, when I get to it, is Oscar. And before he gets he
Who's
knocks
Oscar?
me up. Oh, Rowena, the one that Rowena kills to get the mark of Cain off Dean.
I don't remember that, and she killed a lot of people.
Yeah, true. Well, I've got twins. I have a lot of twins, but I adopt a couple of kids later on. This is my fanfic, by the way, not me. And
Obviously.
yeah, and then when Gabe is with Asmodeus, he actually attempts an escape to look for the Winchesters for help. This is when Crowley's dead, and by then I have like 4 kids, don't ask. And I'm drunk, and Gabe, he's a bit drunk. And you know what happens with Gabe and Rowena in the library?
What happens in
Yes,
the
I love that
Well,
scene.
library?
It happens with us first, and boom, I've got 2 little Nephilims coming. So when Rowena and Gabe are caught, basically I go see if the kids are alright while Sam and Dean and Cass are talking. I come back and I see Gabe and Rowena thingy. I just burst out laughing. Like, you get Sam, Dean and Cass awkward. I just stand there laughing my head off.
I've got to say, when I was watching that scene, I was like,
I think I'm going to end up saying something like, my mom and my baby daddy, right where we did it.
that'd be so funny.
Like mother, like daughter.
Aye. Okay. Shall we delve into Supernatural for a little bit? Because obviously it's the show that brought a lot of us together.
We formed Rowena's Wee Witches. Well, me, Kiana, and Victoria, we formed it and then branched you lot into it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get sappy. I know I am. I'm gonna get really sappy when I talk about the show because it's.
Did y'all watch from the start?
I started watching in the lockdown.
Me too.
2019 for me.
I don't mind. I think I started watching late 2019, early 2020. Then they took it off Amazon Prime, so I had to wait till Christmas 2020, I think it was, to get it for a box set. I got 1 to 13 on the box set, and then I might get a bit sappy about this, but this is a main reason why I started watching Supernatural. I essentially had to have 2 surgeries last year, and while I was recovering, I was watching the show, like binging it. Then my mom got involved with it, so because she used to watch it with my nan when I was younger, so we watched the show together. We watched about 4 episodes a night ish.
Yeah, I asked for it for Christmas 2018, so I binge watched it in the new year.
Yeah, so we were just watching 4 or 5 episodes a night, and every night I would be like, "Do you want to stick Sam and Dean?" We used to say Sam and Dean before we watched it, so I was like, "Sam and Dean," and they were like, "Yeah," and it was just really nice to watch it with somebody. And obviously I cried like a baby at the finale, full sobbing for an hour, sobs. Anyway, obviously when I was early into the show in 2021, late September, I went to Crossroads, and you biatch outside the panel got into the Wee Witches, and then I binged the rest of the show, and I just finished season 14 before Crossroads 4. So, and now I've finished the show, I can fully appreciate it when I go to Crossroads 5. And even though I'd been spoiled for the finale in Crossroads 3, I knew it would happen. I was like, honestly, it's going to happen. I don't mind. It didn't prepare me for the train wreck of emotions that would hit me when I watched it.
I think I was more upset that Ruth was only in 3 episodes of season 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get enough of her.
No. One of the moments in season 15 that was like, the fuck? There was, I can't remember what episode it was, but it was it was like a flash to an alternate timeline, like an alternate universe. And Dean's moving through the bunker, and you see Benny alive. Well, not quite alive.
Yeah, I know what you
alive and
mean.
well, dying in front of
Right,
him.
I missed that.
The fuck?
Wait, is
Bring
that the
it
one
back
where
for
Dean's
one scene? Go
I'm
on,
gonna have to
Kaylee.
rewatch it.
Kaylee, what were you saying?
Is that the sea? Is that season 15?
I think it is, because it's the alternate universe where it's like Sam possessed by Lucifer in the white coat. I might be mixing up the seasons again. It all melds into
Because
one.
I'm trying to
Mhm.
remember if it's the one where Sam and Dean go to a house in like season 11 and
No, it's the opening of the episode where it's like in the Men of Letters bunker,
yeah, I know which one you mean, yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, bring my boy back for one scene in one episode, and then you fucking kill him again.
Mhm.
And what pissed me off was they left it open in season 8. They left it open for him to come back, and it was just a throwaway comment in an episode of season 15. They were like, oh yeah, he got ripped to shreds. Do you know what I mean, Kim? It was like one throwaway comment, and I'm like, why did you do us dirty like that? Why would you do that?
I don't think any show has trolled us as much as this show.
Amen to that, because I could have had a hissy fit when I found out he was dead. I was like, what?
Now, for me, I started watching March of 2022 as the lockdown started, and this, I don't know if it was everywhere or just here. I didn't pay enough attention to that.
So yeah, 2020, March, that was us as well.
But I'd had people pushing me to watch, telling me Dean's going to be my favorite. It's not so much he's my favorite, it's I kind of relate to his mental health issues and the non-monster traumas. But I finally gave in because I love the character of Negan so much I had to see more of Jeffrey Dean Morgan's work. The irony, considering he's in what, like 5 episodes?
I know.
Plus, he looks so much better later than he did when he first started.
Hells yeah.
But I got into it and I got hooked. I binged it nonstop for the first 13 seasons.
Oh wow.
Which put me into a severe depressive state because I am one who gets emotionally involved in stuff I watch. And I had to take a break because I started dreaming about them showing up. And considering all my dreams are nightmares, I can't have Sam and Dean showing up.
Because if the Winchesters show up, it's not good news.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that
depends on
is-
how you write it.
Yeah, true.
But I binged it for that long, and then they announced that it was ending. So a couple weeks before the finale, I got back into watching so that I could watch the finale as soon as it was available on the CW app. Yeah. And nothing prepared me for that emotional roller coaster.
Not gonna lie.
I was yelling, Dean.
15, 18, I thought that was bad. Even though I knew what was coming, like I knew what was coming, but I didn't know when it would happen. It was as soon as Sam started his speech, I started crying. And then the always keep fighting line, I broke down crying. I broke down. Because that quote means an awful lot to me, and I'm actually going to get it tattooed eventually. Because it kind of reminds me of like what happened with me with my medical stuff last year. And
if
just reminds
I
me
can ever afford a tattoo, it's going to be right here, and it's going to be a scorpion, but it's going to be custom.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get
I
always
want
keep
to
fighting.
represent me, not just the fact that I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, I'm going to get always keep fighting here. I might get the David Hayden Jones LTCU heart as well. We will see.
I don't know what that is. I know who he is, but I don't know the LTCU or whatever you just said.
So David Hayden Jones is up catch, obviously. He does a lot of charity work for the Alzheimer's Association in America. And LTCU kind of started out as a bit of a misunderstanding. So it stands for less than 3U, which is kind of like love, because it's like the less than 3 is a love heart. So it's kind of a way of showing love and support for people.
Okay.
And what started out as a misunderstanding is now a really lovely charity campaign for the Alzheimer's Association. And we will put a link to the merch in our bio, because it's very good.
I love when stuff gets started like that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it so much fun when something gets started like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're now the LTCU family. It's like a little niche little family as well. It's really nice. But yeah, so that'll be my supernatural tattoo. For a millisecond, I was like, anti-possession tattoo? No. Like for a second, I thought maybe.
Cliche by now. I could throw a possession into another tattoo, like as a part of it, but I don't want it to just be that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, nah. I was tempted.
I'm really picky about my tattoos, thanks to Kim Rhodes.
Yeah, Kim, her tattoos are like.
Her explaining why she chose an artist to do it and what it means to her made me think even deeper about tattoos, and it's got to be just right for me to do it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, shout out to Kim. You're awesome. We love you. Our TikTok mom, Mama Kim.
Shout outs.
Okay, before we get too much into the trauma of Supernatural, that'll be another episode. That's an episode for another day. Because we could go on for hours about the trauma that Supernatural gave us. Just saying. Okay, so celebrity shout outs. So
we're doing one celeb that's not part of Supernatural and the celeb that is part of Supernatural.
Just in case anybody gets confuddled, I need to get the messages up because I've forgotten who I'm going to do. Hang on. Where is it? Aha! Okay, got it. So my Supernatural celebrity shout-out is Mr. David Hayden Jones. Arthur Ketch on Supernatural. He played an absolute evil bastard, but he's the sweetest, most kindest, most genuine person in real life. I've been lucky enough to do a couple of cameo calls with him before Cameo made the stupid move to remove them from their service altogether. So every time I spoke to him, he was so kind, so genuine, and all of the charity work that he does as well, and the sense of family, it's just wonderful. And my non-supernatural shout-out goes to Tom O'Connell, and he is the stunt double for Darth Vader in the new Kenobi series on Disney+. I was lucky enough to work with him at London Film and Comic Con, and he is one of the most genuine people I've worked with as a guest assistant. Really kind, really down to earth, loves the fans, and he's just absolutely wonderful. And check out Kenobi because it's awesome.
Okay, so my Supernatural celeb shout out, well, apart from Ruthie, obviously, I will go with Katherine Ramdeen, who is